Hello, and thank you for tuning in. I'm TonyaTko, and right now I'm doing a first. Today is Wednesday, August 5th, 2009, and I'm on the phone with a young lady. I was broadcasting live, and she asked me when I was going to do a video about abusive relationships, and I have not done this video, and about 2 or 3 different women have asked me about this, but I'm not really sure from what stance to come, because I have limited information about abusive relationships, so I wouldn't really be able to just come out and make a video on my own. So I'm doing a first right now, and I'm recording a video for YouTube live as the live show is going on, and there are also people inside the chat room right now. So I have Ebony on the line, and she wrote in saying that she was in an abusive relationship, that her relationship was abusive verbally, I believe she said sexually, and also physically. So we've not gotten any information. The phone call is just starting, and hopefully just from the process that we spend working this out on the phone, hopefully this video can help other people. And if you have some other questions or perspectives that you'd like to add, if you were able to overcome, please put your comments in the area below. Okay, so Ebony, welcome. I know you said you were a little bit nervous, but don't be nervous. Don't.
Okay, I was trying not to be.
Yeah, don't be nervous. If anything, we want to help you. We want to help you, okay? So, first of all, you said your name is Ebony. You don't have to say whether or not that's your real name or not. That's fine. How old are you?
20 years old.
How old?
20.
Okay, so you're 20. How long have you been in this relationship?
3 years. I'm still in it.
Right. How long have you been in it?
3 years.
2 years?
Huh?
Okay, do you guys live together?
No, we don't live together.
Okay, you do not. Who do you live with?
I live with my mom and my brother.
Okay, your mom and your brother. No father around?
No, my stepdad, but he's barely around.
Okay, so stepdad who is half in and half out the picture.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay, I'm just taking some notes on a little piece of paper because, well, to be honest, yesterday was my birthday and I did a 24-hour live broadcast. So I'm working on.
I was watching you all day.
That's funny. So I'm working on very little sleep. So I'm just going to make sure that I keep all of the information intact, because normally I'm very mentally astute, but right now I feel like I might falter. So just as a precaution, I'm going to make sure that I just take very meticulous notes. Okay, so you live with your mother and your brother. Do you work?
Yes, I work.
Okay,
and
are you
I'm going
able?
to school in January. I'm going to college in January.
Okay, so you're going to start college. Okay. Do you have children?
When he wants to have children, he tried to get me pregnant over and over, but, you know, have been taking birth control without telling him.
Okay, so but you don't have any children now?
No.
Okay, so you have no children, but he's been trying to impregnate you.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, how did you meet him?
I met him at the mall, really. Yeah, at the mall.
Okay, so you met him at the mall. He approached you. You approached him. You guys were in work together?
He approached me. He was nice. He was a gentleman, really sweet. And everything was fine for the first, I say, 9 months.
Okay. So he was a gentleman for 9 months. And then what happened?
After that, when we were in an argument, I noticed he would call me bitch and whore, and after that he would say, oh, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that, I was just mad at you. And I would let it slide, and it would go on and on and on. But every time we get an argument, he would call me names. After he called me names, and I told him it's over, he would say, oh, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that to you, I love you, this, that.
Okay. All right. And when did it turn physical?
It turned physical in December, during the first year we've been together.
Okay, so how long after? Because you said 9 months he started becoming verbally abusive. How long?
I didn't hear what you said.
You said for 9 months he was a gentleman, then he started becoming verbally abusive. How much time after the verbal abuse did he start becoming physically abusive?
I would say around 2 months later.
Okay.
We got into a fight.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So, and then I think you said that he was sexually abusive as
And
well?
sexually, okay, sexually, he would bring up like sexually when we, having sexual intercourse, whatever. He would like start choking me, slapping me, and going crazy. And I didn't understand why he was doing that. And he was like, "Oh, I like it this way. It's my new thing." And like I was like, "You're not supposed to feel this way." But he said he likes it and this and that, and I didn't really understand why he was doing that.
Okay.
And it got even worse.
Okay. So, all right. So, all right. How old is the young man?
23.
So he's 23. Tell me a little bit about his family situation.
He lived with his mom as well. He did not graduate high school. He'd been in jail. When I met him, he just came out of jail. He was trying to get his life back together. And he works sometime on and off, and that's about it. What I have noticed about him is that he don't respect his mom too much.
Okay. So he has no respect for his mother.
Not too much, no.
Okay. Where's his father?
His dad is in Jamaica.
Okay. His father's in Jamaica.
He never grew up with his. He came here when he was 4 years old to America, and he been with his mom ever since.
Okay. All right. So your question is, how do you leave him?
Yeah, 'cause I know I love him, and every time he would hit me and call me names, some way somehow I handle back with him, and it's just hard. I don't know how to leave him.
Okay. Do you feel that you deserve to be hit?
No, I don't.
Do you think that you can do better?
I think I could do better, but it's just I don't know. I always end up going back out with him.
Okay, well, and I have spoken about this inside videos before, that the reason why people stay inside of these abusive relationships is because the people are not abusive all the time. That 95% of the time, the people are very charming, gregarious, sweet, kind, considerate, and very loving 95% of the time. But it's just that 5% in which they are beating you down, whooping on you, or victimizing you, or hurting you, is that 5% that they're doing that. So for some of the people inside the room who don't understand why people stay inside of abusive relationships, the people are not abusive all of the time. As a matter of fact, they are sweeter and kinder than the average person. And so what
Yeah,
ends
he is. He is.
right. So what ends up happening is the woman or the man, whoever it is that's being abused, they feel that this person's normal personality is very, very sweet. So they feel that they take responsibility for whatever it is that they did that turned this person into a maniac. And then also they say, well, I know that he's really a sweet person. It's just that we got to get past these rocky times for him to be sweet again. So they get caught up in the 95%, and they make excuses and leeway and compensate for the 5% in which they're being hurt or damaged, right?
Mhm.
So
You're the first person. I haven't told my friends and family because I know that they would have been like, "Why you let him leave?" and all this stuff. But this is hard for me to leave him. I don't know why. I don't know. You're the first person actually telling me about this.
well, no, and that's okay, because we're going to try to get you some help. What are you afraid to leave him?
Yes, kind of, yes.
Okay, tell me about that.
Well, okay, sometimes when I don't answer my phone, he will pop up at my house. He will come and knock on my window, and sometimes when we argue, he tell me, if he can't have me, nobody else can have me.
Okay, so he's made, okay.
Hmm? He told me that over and over. If he can't have me, Nobody else can have me.
Okay, have you seen the statistics on the amount of women that are killed at the hands of violent men? Have you seen the statistics on that?
No, I haven't.
Okay, listen, I'm videotaping right now. Can somebody please go look up the statistics on how many women each year, even the percentage of women that are murdered by violent men? Please, I need somebody to go look that up for me. Because, Ebony, unfortunately, these situations don't end well for the woman. The abuse, have you noticed that the abuse becomes more and more over a certain amount of time? Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I have noticed that because the last time we got into it, he actually bust my lip. And that was the first time I ever seen blood. Usually he would hit me and I would get swollen and bruises, but the last time I was bleeding.
Okay. Well, you do realize that this man needs help. And using your body as a punching bag is not the type of help that he needs. He needs counseling. And while you stay with him, you are letting him know that this is all right. That there is nothing wrong with his behavior.
Well,
Oh, listen, are you looking at the statistics inside the room? 3 women
hello?
yes, hello?
Yes.
They're saying that 33% of women who are killed by an intimate partner. 33%.
Oh, wow.
And 3 women every day are murdered in the United States. And that was in 2005. So the murder rates have gone up. It is increasing. These situations, first of all, there is nothing that is letting this man know that there is something unacceptable about his behavior because you accept it. So there is no clear-cut action that will lead him to wanting to get help. Do you think that he will want to get help?
No.
While you stay with him? Do you think that you staying with him sends across the message that what is happening is all right?
No, I really, in my heart, I don't love him as much as I used to be, and I really want to get out of it. It's hard, and I don't know how.
Right, you're not answering.
I don't understand. He was so sweet. He was everything I ever wanted. He was nice.
Listen.
He was just so nice.
Excuse me,
I
Ebony.
don't understand why he just switched.
Ebony, that is not him. Listen to what I'm saying, darling. That niceness that he's showing 95% of the time is not the real him. He is overcompensating for a demon, a beast that lives within him. So while that beast is hiding, he is the sweetest, most kind person, kinder than the act. Like you said, everything you could have ever wanted, because it is an act. That is not the real him. Okay? There's a person inside the room named Shay who says that she was in the relationship for 15 years and she just got out of it and she's been free of him for 3 years. So, Shay, what was it that made you, that was the turning point for you? I'd like to hear that from Shay, but also let me continue on because there's a little bit of a delay between the video and the okay, so she says she got out of it. Okay, December 2008, every day 4 women die in this country as a result of domestic violence. Okay? Wow. So out of the 12 women that die a day, 4 of those women die as a result of domestic violence. These situations do not end well for the woman. And I was asking you a question. Do you feel that you staying in this relationship sends a message to him that it is okay, that it's acceptable for him to be in a relationship where he hits people?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. So you do realize that in order for him to get some sort of help, that he needs he needs to first realize that he has a problem. He probably doesn't know he has a problem because all he has to do is put his representative back out there, say some sweet words, and then you'll come back. He feels that all he has to do is say some sweet words and you'll be back.
Which he has been doing, and I have been falling back for it, and I go back out. I'll be talking to him on the phone again. The next day we'll be together.
Right. Right, exactly.
What he does also is that he don't want me to have any male friends. He don't want any male friends calling my phone. He has the password to all my MySpace, my Facebook. He checked everything. He checked my phone every second. And then if I should ask him to check his phone, he has a fit. I literally have to argue with him to check his phone. But when it comes to me, and if I dare say no, he gets so angry. You know, he will come to my job and he be spying on me. I don't know he's there to my friends. Like, isn't that your boyfriend over there? I'm like, where? He comes to my house, he comes to my job, and I don't know he's there until when he's leaving, or if he texts me and say I'm on site or something.
Listen, hon, listen. You heard of the 3 strikes, right? He's already been in jail once. Number 1, you have to learn how to love yourself. I know you love him, but you have to love yourself more. If it's your life or his life, I choose his life. You have to love yourself more. You have to know that you can do better than that you don't deserve that. And I know that after we receive abuse for enough time, there's a part of us that feels that this is what we deserve. But no, honey, no.
Okay, my question to you is, what is the first step that I take to get out of it?
The first step that you take is to tell him listen, you know what, listen, you know him, right? Or at least you know a part of him, but I don't think that you know the real him, because there's a lot worse that's going to come for you. This is the first time that you've seen blood. You just wait until bones start breaking, till he's stomping you out on the floor. This won't end until you're dead. So the first step is to leave him. Listen, the law is on your side. It does not look kindly. He's black too. They'll be more than happy to arrest him. And it's
I think I'm gonna do that over the phone because I don't want to do it in person. I'm scared that he might hit me or try to hurt me.
Yeah, I don't see. There's no reason for you to do it in person. Listen, this person has hit you already. You need to go and get an order of protection against this person. You need to get an order of protection. You need to document what is going on, because this situation is going to escalate. It's going to escalate. And you need to make sure that you have the paper trail in place that is going to get him arrested and taken out of general population. We're going to have to get him off the streets, because he's not going to want to let you go.
I see that. That's why I'm in fear of telling him. And it's been on my mind for a long time. I just don't know how or when to tell him.
Well, listen, this is what I'm saying. You need to enact the help of the people around you. How old is your brother?
My brother's 27.
Okay, so your brother's older. You need to, number 1, let your brother know what's going on. You don't even have to tell him that the man's been beating you for a year. You need to tell him that you had an argument with your boyfriend and that he scares you and that you need some help. And you need to go to the precinct.
Well, my brother, he won't be here for long because he is in the Navy.
Listen, how much longer is he going to be here? Navy men are crazy.
Until early next year. He'll be gone early next year.
Well, you still got a few months, because this whole situation is going to take about 3 months to unravel. It's going to take about 3 months of some high drama. And you might have to leave your job and go to a shelter.
Oh, gosh.
This is your effing life. Are you kidding me? This is your life. And people like him, they need to be excavated.
So what you're saying is that I would have to find somewhere to go for a while when I break up with him.
You're not going to be able to do it that easily, baby. You need to go to the precinct. You need to create a documentation of what's going on.
Okay.
First of all, listen, let me tell you something. The day that this man shows up at your house with a gun, saying that he's tracked you down across the country and no one else is going to have you, and he's ready to pull that trigger, you need to have some police reports on file already, so that when it's time, so when you talk him down, and when you talk him down and the police come, they will see that you've already had 2 reports in on this man, and they will arrest him. If that is if you wait until he has the gun already in hand, and that's the first police report right there, nothing is going to happen on the first police report. Nothing's going to happen. Once you get 4 police reports against a person, it's an automatic arrest. So somebody's saying you need to go to the police first. Go to the police first and get an order of protection. You need to be strong. You need to be strong.
The reason why I have lasted for 2 years is because I haven't told any of my girlfriends, nobody. They have seen me sad and crying, but I just never tell them what was wrong with me. And I just don't know how to tell them now.
Well, you know, a lot of people internalize this pain and keep it as shame. But you know what? You don't have anything to be ashamed of. You're very young, and you're getting out of this situation. You're a very strong and courageous woman. It takes a lot to go the extra mile. It's so much easier to ignore it, but ignoring it will cost you your life. Once you get your police report, once you get your order of protection, let me tell you something. I had to get an order of protection against a man who told me some stuff about if he can't this, no one can. That's a threat. And that's an arrest. That's called harassment by threat by, I forgot what it's called. But somebody telling you that is it's an arrestable offense. They will get you an order of protection, and once he violates that order of protection, which we know that he will, you go ahead and get him arrested. Once he's arrested 2 more times, he's going in. 3 strikes, baby. 3 strikes. Okay. And I know, you know what, I know that you love him, and I know that you care about him, and I know that you want the 95% of the time, but have you noticed that he gets angrier more easy now? Did you notice that it took 9 months for him to first while out? How often is the abuse happening now?
Well, the sexual part is every time we happen to have sexual intercourse, he will choke me and talk really nasty to me and slap me around. All that stuff is every time we do it.
Okay. So how often are you all doing it?
I've been trying not to do it a lot with him, but then we started another argument with him, so I try to, I would say 4 times a week.
4 times a week?
Because if I say no, then it started a whole different argument. Oh, you cheating on me, you don't want to come over, this, that, and I just go.
What type of job do you have, Ebony?
I am a cashier.
Okay. And the school that you're going to be going to, you're starting school in January?
Yes, I'm going to community college.
In your town?
Yes.
Okay. Well, see what I'm saying? You're going to need to be able to go to school freely. You're going to need to be able to go to school in peace. You need to be able to live in peace. So you got to start working on this situation immediately. You gotta go. Hold on for a moment. What county are you in?
I live in Miami,
Which county?
Dade County.
Okay, hold on for a moment. Okay, just a moment.
You have reached Miami-Dade County 911 non-emergency line. If you have an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Otherwise, for assistance in English, press 1. Para español, oprima el 2. Okay. Dade County Police and Fire, how may I help you?
Hi, am I speaking with an officer or a PA?
None. Neither one.
Neither? Okay, I had a question. I have a friend. Who lives in Miami-Dade County, and her boyfriend is abusing her, and she is ready to get out of the relationship. And I wanted to know, what is the policy of the police in Miami-Dade on domestic violence and helping women get out of abusive situations?
Well, the first thing that she needs to do is she has to make the initial call. She's the victim. She needs to call the police and request help.
Right, of course. But I want to find out, will they help her get an order of protection against this person?
That's not through the court, not through the police department. She has to go to court for that.
Okay.
What they'll do is they will write the report for her, and she can go to court and get one.
Okay, let me ask you a question. First of all, what's your name?
Alvarez?
Your name is Alvarez. Okay, my name is Tonya. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm trying to give her some advice on things that she needs to do. She's a little bit afraid about calling the police initially because she's afraid that this person will come to her house and harm her if she tries to break up with him. So, what is the police's stance out in Miami on assisting young ladies with a situation like this?
Well, there's no specific way. Like, let's say she's afraid that the person whoever she's in a relationship with is gonna beat her or whatever he wants to do to her.
Right.
Because she wants to break up with him. She needs to call first and make a report. That's the first step that she needs to do.
Uh-huh.
Have an official document, that she already filed with the police department, and then take that report to the court and have them give her a protection order. Once a protection order is issued, the officer can enforce that order. And if she receives any phone calls, any kind of, any type of communication from that person through either directly or indirectly, he will be arrested.
Okay, another quick question. Do you guys have the 3 strikes rule in Miami?
3 strikes? No, we don't have that.
So if a person is arrested 3 times, they don't go in for life?
It depends on the
Okay, and then
And because if it's just verbal threats that he's making to her, then I'm gonna put him away for life. You understand?
no, he's beating her and also assaulting her sexually.
Really? Yeah, she needs to make a report though. She's wasting time. She needs to get a report as soon
Okay.
as possible and go to the court.
Okay, so what you're saying is that she needs to do the report, go to the court, and get the order of protection before she breaks up with him.
Exactly.
Okay, so that when he tries to come over after she's broken up, then
I mean, if he served with the order, he'll be served, and they'll let him know that he cannot come near her. But if he does try to get in contact with her in any way, he will be arrested because he's in violation of the order.
okay. And do you know how would a young lady be able to get put into protective custody, like in a shelter or something like that?
She has to go through a court for that. They have many programs through the court.
Okay, so the court has programs which will help her be able to find.
Right, but she has to speak to the judge. Yeah.
Okay, well that's very comforting. That's comforting to know. I'm going to suggest that she go talk to the courts and get the order of protection just in case.
Right, but she needs to make the police report first.
Right, she needs to make the police. Right, absolutely. When she makes the police report, will he automatically be arrested?
No.
So they will.
Yeah, it's many steps to it. If he's there, or if there's any signs on her, or any evidence on her that there's, physical abuse going on, most likely, I cannot answer the question for you because it depends on every situation. Once they get out there, what they assess, once they assess the situation, it'll be based on that.
Okay.
So he can or cannot be arrested the same day.
Okay, you know what, Alvarez? I would really like to talk with a police officer. If you can give me the telephone number to a local precinct, I'd like to call in and speak with one of the officers because I'm going to send her down. Okay, go ahead.
279. 6929.
69 what?
305-279-6929.
6929?
Right.
Okay, great. Thank you. I'm going to call and I'm going to speak directly with an officer. I appreciate that. What department are you with? You said you're not an officer or a PA.
This is the Miami-Dade Police Department.
Oh, so you are in the police department right now?
Right. We're 911 call takers, right?
I see. Okay, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so Ebony?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, did you hear that?
Yes, I heard that.
Okay, so
Thank
you need to go get the police report filed. When was the last? Do you have any marks on you from the last time he hit you?
No, my lip is it's okay now.
Okay, all right. Well, you definitely need to be able to, because you know what? The longer you stay inside this situation, the longer you're going to stay in this situation. It's going to perpetuate a cycle that's going to keep you in until you are very seriously injured. You don't deserve that, honey. You are a princess. You're a flower. And you need a man who is going to caress you with care. That when you offer him your body, he will take that gift and cherish it. Not someone who is going to pummel you and call you abusive names while you're giving him the gift of your body. No. You are special and you are precious, honey. And you can do so much better. You deserve a man. Let me tell and you know what? None of us are above it. None of us are above it. There are some crazy people out there, and they are acting so wonderful. So they act so wonderful, and it's not until you're already invested in the relationship before you realize that this person is not right for you, and by then you've already cared about them, you've already built up a habit. Remember, it takes 21 days to build up a habit. So all we got to do is get you away from him for 21 days. Okay?
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is, I don't know specifically where you live, but I need you to go into a precinct. Are you going to go to a precinct and file a police report?
Yes, I will, and I will let you know when I do so. I got to make up my mind and go. This week I will go.
No, I don't want to hear that. You need to listen. Listen, don't let me call them and pretend to be you and tell them to come over to your place, baby. Don't let me do that. Don't let me do that. Go to the precinct today. File the police report. A crime has taken place. Whether or not you choose to press charges is something that you'll figure out along the way. But get the process started today. Hold on. Go get the process started today.
Okay.
Hold on. There's a national domestic violence hotline. Here we go. The telephone number to the National Domestic Violence Hotline is 1-800 799 SAFE, like safety.
799 what?
Safe, just like safety.
Okay. Safe?
Yes, safe.
Okay.
Just a moment.
National Domestic Violence Hotline, this is Kim.
Hi, Kim. My name is Tonya, and I'm having a tremendous problem.
What's going on, ma'am?
Okay, are you one of the telephone counselors?
I'm an advocate, not a counselor.
Okay, you're an advocate. Okay. I'm having a tremendous problem. A friend of mine is being assaulted sexually, verbally, and physically by her boyfriend of 2 years. He started this about a year ago. And they live in a small community, and she's supposed to be starting college in a few months. She lives with her mother. There's no father figure in her home, and she is afraid to get away from her assailant.
Okay. All right. Well, I can give you some information for her local domestic violence agency.
Uh-huh.
What city and state does she live in?
She lives in Miami, Florida.
Just a moment. And just for our statistics, ma'am, I need to ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
Sure.
And how'd you hear about us?
I did a search for Battered Women Hotline.
Okay, and your age?
I'm 34. Actually, my birthday was yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right, Leo.
That's right. Wow.
And can I get your race, please?
I am African American, and I believe she's either African American or Caribbean American.
Okay, that's fine. We just take your stats because you're calling us, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, just a moment. Do you think she'll be looking for shelter or just support groups and professional counseling?
You know what? I really think that the best thing for her would be to get into a shelter because and actually she can hear you. I have you on speakerphone, and she's on speakerphone as well.
Okay, great. All right, I have two places in Miami. Do you have something to write with?
Yeah, I'm going to write it down, and hopefully she will. Ebony, can you hear her?
Yeah, I can hear her.
Okay, great. Hopefully she'll write it down too.
Okay. The first place is called Safe Space. And their 24-hour hotline toll-free number is 800-500-1119.
1119. Oh wow, that's the way you dial for the fire department in Chan.
Oh, awesome. Okay. I learned something new today. Okay, and then the other one is Victims Response.
Okay.
And they actually have the same hotline number, so that is probably like a bed line to see if there's any beds available in any of the shelters. So that's your main number.
Okay, great. And she would need to call that local telephone number in order to get someone to counsel her, because I have a show on the internet where I try to give women empowering words of wisdom, younger people, men, women, everyone. And I am not trained in domestic violence intervention. So if she needed someone who could counsel her on what to do and how to get out of this relationship, would she need to call this Safe Space or Vic Response number?
Absolutely. They have, I pulled up their services. They have one-on-one therapy and they have group therapy as well.
Okay.
So she just needs to give them a call, and they will want to talk to her.
Okay.
To do an intake. Now, did you want me to send you any kind of email on our literature?
You know what? I'm actually broadcasting live right now, so I don't want her to give her email address out in front of the entire room. So what I will do is, Ebony, will you call them and talk with them and be able to set up an appointment to get some counseling?
Yes, I will.
Okay, and you are not a counselor, you said that, right? You are...
No, I'm an advocate for the National Domestic Violence Hotline.
So,
and we have a website as well. It's ndvh.org.
Right, National Domestic Violence Hotline, ndvh.org. That's the website. Right. So I'm going to post that inside the room. Just a moment. So that's the website right there. For anybody else who may know someone or is suffering from the same problem, that's the website. You guys basically refer people to local telephone numbers in their area?
Yes, we do crisis intervention, and we also refer people to their local domestic violence agency. There is also a teen helpline, and its web address is loveisrespect.org.
Loveisrespect.org. Can somebody tape that? Loveisrespect.org.
And that's for the National Teen Dating Abuse Helpline.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Is there anything else?
Ebony, is there anything else that she can help with?
No, thank you very much.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate your help.
No problem.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, so that was the NDVH right there.
Okay.
So do you have the telephone number for Safe Space and Victim Response?
Yes.
Okay, now listen. I think that it's very important for you to get to the precinct and start the paper trail, because this can get very ugly. Trust me. Take it from somebody who knows, right? Take it from somebody who knows. You got to have the trail. You got to have the trail, because when it's time if you need to get him arrested, because what's going to happen is you're going to file a police report and get it on the record, okay? You're going to get it on the record. And then you could take that and you can go get an order of protection. When you want to break up with him, you get the order of protection. That way he cannot come near you, right? But you gotta get the trail. So what's going to happen is a detective is going to contact you and find out if you want to press charges and what you want to do, right? So he's not going to get arrested once you file a police report, but you have to create this trail, Ebony.
Okay.
All right. So hold on.
Yes.
I'm going to call one last number. I'm going to call the Safe Space, because I want to just make sure, because I know how easy it is to just get a little lazy, feel a little empowered for a moment, then the next thing you know, you're like, okay, it'll be all right. No, it's not going to be all right. It's not going to be all right.
You have dialed a number that is not available from your calling area.
Oh man, I can't call them from where I am. So you have to call them from your area, Ebony. Okay? You have the number 800-500-1119.
800-500
1119.
Okay.
All right, so listen, honey. I know that this is a very scary change in your life. I understand that. And what you are doing is very brave. It takes a lot of courage to go the distance, baby. It does. And there are very special ones of us who can do it. And you can do it. You can do it, Ebony. Listen to what I'm saying. You can do it. You have this in you. Why you? Why not you? You're going through this because you can handle it. Okay? So it's not going to be easy. Nobody's life is easy. There were some things that I had to do that were not easy. And you know, it's like running. I used to sprint. I ran track in high school. I ran in college. And sprinting, you sprint and you get that burst of energy and you go for it, and then by the time you start losing energy, the race is over. But then there come those times where you have to run for the long haul, distance running. And that's what this is. You got to lace up and get in there for the long haul, because this is the rest of your life, whether or not you'll even have a life, and whether or not this man will succeed in getting you pregnant, and whether or not you are able to go on from here. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you have to get prepared. It's not going to be easy, but you got to do what you have to do to be able to survive. You have a vested interest in the continuation of your DNA to survive. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have got to survive. You got to do what you got to do to protect yourself. You got to understand that it's survival of the fittest out there, and 1/3 of every woman that dies, that gets murdered in this country, gets murdered because of a man who killed her. So you have to understand that this is very serious. This is very serious. So get in for the long haul. It's not going to be easy. You're going to have to pull on some strength and some courage from the depth of you, but you got it in you. You can do it. All right?
Yes.
So what I want you to do is I want you to get off of this phone right now. It is 2:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to hear back from you at 2:45 p.m. after you've called this hotline. We're going to wait inside this room for you. And I'm going to keep this broadcast going for 15 minutes, and I want to hear back from you, okay?
Okay. Well, should I just get ready and go down to the police station to file the report?
Okay, well, you know what? That's even better. Get down to the police station, go file the report, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this broadcast. But is this your cell phone number?
Yes, this is my cell phone number.
Okay. How far are you away from the precinct?
It's like 1.5 miles away.
Okay, so it takes about 15-20 minutes to walk a mile?
I'm going to drive down there.
Oh, honey. Excuse, I'm sorry, I'm from New York. I'm used to walking miles. Okay. So we're talking about a 5-minute drive. Listen, you don't have to go look pretty. As a matter of fact, the worse you look going to the station, the better for you. So go. I'm going to call you back in 5 minutes to find out whether or not you're in the car or at the station already. Right now it's 2:22. You've wasted a minute. So get off the phone. We're calling you back. We're calling you back at 2:27. I'll give you until 2:30. I'm going to call you back at 2:30 to make sure that you're on your way to the station, okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Miss Tonya.
No problem. Huggy, huggy, huggy. Let me give you guys a hug. Hug, 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 sweetie. Hug, hug, hug. Hug, 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 hug. Okay? So, listen.
All right.
30 seconds then pass. Get on down there. 2:30, you're getting another phone call.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so right now it's 2:23 p.m. We just got off the phone with a 20-year-old girl named Ebony who lives in Miami, who is in a relationship with a person that she's been in the relationship with for 2 years. And about 9 months into the relationship, he started calling her out her name, cursing her out. And then 2 months after that, he started beating her. And then he started assaulting her sexually. She gives him her body and he's jumping on her, smacking, choking, and berating her while she's having sex. And he forces her to have sex with him 4 times a week. Now that's a lot even for the most passionate relationships. So he's forcing her to engage in sexual intercourse, which is reserved for the most passionate, for her to encounter some punches, slaps, chokes, and curse words while she's having sex. No. No. So what we did was we called the non-emergency helpline in Miami. And then from there, we called the National Domestic Violence Hotline, and we got a local telephone number for her to call in her area. But instead of that, she's going to go straight down to the precinct, and she's going to file a report. Right now it's 2:24. We got 6 more minutes before we call her back to make sure that she is either on her way or at the precinct already. So that's what we're going to do. So if there's anybody who has gone through a situation like this, I would appreciate hearing from you. I would appreciate hearing something, how you did it, so I can read your comment out loud, so that we can be able to help other people. I'm taping this broadcast, and I'm going to post this on YouTube so that hopefully other people will be able to hear this and go on. Karenga is saying that it's crazy because she has. So what is it that you were able to do to get out of the situation, Karenga? Nola Cheek is saying that that she wishes she could call, but she's at work. Is there a way that I can call you? Okay, so Karenga was in high school at the time. Oh, Karenga's a guy. I'm sorry, I didn't know that. So go ahead, Karenga. Nola, there's no way for you to take your 15-minute break. She's saying that her coworkers would hear her. Can't you take a bathroom break? Go to the bathroom with your cell phone. Nobody's supposed to be in there with you. Okay, Karenga is saying that this is going to take mad long. Do you want to call in, Karenga? Because we have 4 more minutes before we're calling Ebony back. Okay, so Nola Sheik is saying that she's going to call in a few, that she's going to try to sneak off. So we're going to keep the broadcast going until Nola Sheik is able to call in. But wait a minute, I want to find out, how is Nola able to hear me at work if she can't? So that means my volume, what's going on? You got headphones on at work? Hello?
Hello, Tonya.
Hey, is this Karenga?
Yes. Remember I called you yesterday about my school issue?
Hold on. Which particular school issue? Which one was that?
Remember I was telling you that I was I was a culinary major, and I didn't know if they were...
Oh, okay.
If it was still back or not.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I straightened out that whole issue, but anyway.
What did you do? Well, first, what did you do?
About the school issue?
Mm-hmm.
I called them yesterday, and they were like, they said that my GPA it was good enough to, move along to the next semester. Like, I was praying to God for like 2 weeks because I was so afraid.
Okay.
And so I'm finally gonna go back. I'm gonna straighten up my act.
Okay, wonderful.
I'm not gonna procrastinate anymore.
Good. Well, I'm glad. And then when you get it all together, I want to be able to come down to that famous restaurant you're gonna open up one day. Okay?
Hopefully.
You better think positively. You better own it, feel it, see it, own it. So let's talk about domestic violence, because that's what this broadcast is all about.
Right. I was 18 at the time when I met this guy.
Mm-hmm.
He told me that he was 25.
Mm-hmm.
But then you know, I was hanging out with him for like about a month or two, and I found his page on MySpace, and it said that he was 27. So, you know, I really liked him a lot, and like he really liked me, supposedly. And so all of a sudden, like, you know, his attitude was changing, and like he turned like verbally abusive, and I found myself arguing with him over and over and over again. And I remember on the night before my birthday, like he called me, and we just started arguing. I don't even know over what, like over something so silly. And he told me that he was gonna come up to my school and kick my ass in front of everybody. He was gonna beat my ass. He was gonna do everything. And I was scared because he lived like right there next to my school.
Right.
And I told my principal, and she ended up calling the police because he was up there. He was up there, and he got arrested.
Okay.
And like that was the last time like I heard from him.
Okay. Okay, so all it took was
really
one arrest.
scared,
Okay, okay, so all it took was one arrest for him. So you didn't have to go through the trial and tribulation of the back and forth. But I'm glad that you were able to get out of that.
Yeah.
You know what? Well, hugs to you, my brother. I'm very happy. Very, very happy.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, you know what? It is 2:30 right now, so we're
right.
going to be calling this young lady back right now. So thank you, Karenga.
Thank you. Ciao.
Bye-bye. All right, just a moment. All right, just a moment, please. We're going to call Ebony back, make sure that she is on her way to the station right now. Hi, Sarah.
Hello.
Yes, hi, Ebony.
Hi, Miss Tonya.
I'm listening to see if I hear some traction on the tires rolling on the road right now.
Well, actually, I'm there. I'm in the parking lot. I was waiting for you to call me. I'm here. I'm about to go in.
Everybody, give her a big round of applause for having the courage. Everybody, round of applause inside the room. They're clapping for you, Ebony. They're clapping for you. Honey, I'm so proud of you. I am so proud for taking this step. You go, girl.
I was just driving and crying like I'm really doing this. I can't believe I'm really doing this.
You doggone right. You know what?
I was in the car and driving and crying and just, I don't know, I was full of emotions. But I'm here.
That's right. And now all you got to do is just step inside. I know it's going to take a while for you to do the report. So I'm going to end this taping and post this up on YouTube. But we're going to be here broadcasting. So please, I need you to contact us back after you leave the precinct and you got that police report number in your hand, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we're going to be waiting for you. So go ahead and do that report. We're still here, okay?
All right, thank you.
They want to tell you that we're here for you. They're calling you sweetie. One person is in tears. So another person is nearly in tears. Jimmy says we're here for you. Karenga saying, oh. Guest 944-8 is saying you there. Little Mama Sarah is saying go Ebony. Kaya's clapping. Everyone's clapping. Now one person.
Thank you all for the support.
Yes,
Really
yes.
hard.
So they said that they back you up. Sweet Jam says they got your back. So good luck. Sam Gower says good luck. Nikki says she's proud. Fresh like Downey is smiling. So listen, we are here for you, and we're going to wait until you come back out of the precinct, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Bye, Ebony.
I'm gonna take a deep breath and go walking. Oh gosh.
This is the beginning of the rest of your great life. You're gonna go off to college, you're gonna get educated, and you're gonna find yourself a good man with a nice job who's gonna take care of you and the children that you want to have with him. All right? Not some man who's trying to rape some children out of you. All right?
Alright.
All right, baby girl.
Okay, thank you all. Thank you, Miss Tonya.
All right, bye-bye.
I'll call you as soon as I get out.
All right, perfect. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, so listen. This broadcast ended on a very positive note. So just to sum it up, we were talking with Ebony, who contacted me because she wanted to find out how to get out of an abusive relationship. 20 years old and going through some stuff that nobody deserves to go through. Dating a man who she's given her trust and her body and her love to, and he's returned that with verbal violence, sexual assault, and physical battery. So what we did was, and for other people out there, sometimes it's not enough to tell a person where they need to go. People know where they need to go. They know that the services are out there. Sometimes you got to hold their hand and pull them in the right direction. Sometimes you got to make the phone call for them and hand the phone to them. Sometimes you got to do it on three-way. So, but you know what? The thing about it is that it may be a little bit of an inconvenience to be the one to have to call, but it's a small inconvenience compared to the grand scheme of things. Oh, you may feel, oh, why should I have to call? This person should be able to, but that doesn't matter. The final result is being able to get this person out of that situation, and you got to do what you got to do sometimes in order to make that happen. Do you hear what I'm saying? So if you got to make a phone call, if you got to tell a person you're on your way to the movies and drive them to the precinct, if you got to do whatever you got to do to get them to take that first step, because the journey of 1,000 miles begins with that first step. So all you got to do sometimes is get their foot going in the right direction. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I made 3 phone calls for her, and now she's at the precinct. Instead of, when someone comes to you, instead of just saying, oh, this is what you need to do, oh, I wouldn't do that, oh, this, that, sometimes you got to walk them through it. Sometimes you got to walk them through it. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's going to be all right. So for everybody out there who is suffering from domestic violence or knows somebody who is, let me read off the telephone numbers that we got today. First of all, if you want to contact the precinct in your local area to find out what are some of the laws in your area, you can type in whatever county you are and police department. I typed in Dade County Police Department, and I called the non-emergency telephone number. I didn't call 911. So that was the first call we did. Then we called the, what was it? Oh, the number that ended in safe. We called the National Domestic Violence Hotline, which was 1-800-799-SAFE, which is 7233. So that's 1-800-799-7233. Did I say 7223? 7233, 7233, 799-7233, 1-800. And that's the National Domestic Violence Hotline, and their website is ndvh.org. And we called, they referred her to a different number in her area. So there are different steps that can take place. So this is what we did here today. So for anybody who is watching this video, if you know a person who is being child abused at home, if you know a person who is being spousal abused, if you know somebody who is an old person in a nursing home being elderly abused, call your local agencies and find out. Remember, our taxes pay for the police department to be here. This is what our taxes go towards. The police department is a public office. Our tax dollars pay for that. So what you need to do is you need to take the steps necessary behind the scenes to just ensure that things will run smoothly. Go. If you know anybody who is being abused, type in on the internet, child abuse hotline. domestic violence hotline. Do a search on Google. These tools will help you. The information is out there. If you know a teen that wants to commit suicide, or a teen that is doing something destructive, or you need someone to talk to, type in whatever your issue is into Google, put hotline on the end, and they will come up with an organization that will be able to help you for your issue. Overeaters Anonymous, people who are suffering from bulimia, anorexia nervosa, all sorts of things. Just type it into Google. Okay? So listen, let's end this video on a hug. Everybody, let's hug, 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 hug. Okay, hug, hug. I love you guys very much. Please love yourself. Please love yourself. All right? Love yourself enough to know that you deserve better. You do. You do. You are specially. You are wonderfully and fearfully made. There's only one of you. You got no competition out there, because there is only one of you. And if you think about the statistic feat, the anomaly that it is to even be born, we're talking about one sperm with the right DNA that matches up with the right egg, the right chromosomes from the egg matching up with the right chromosomes from that sperm. 1 in a million. And you're here. You are very special. You deserve the best. Remember, you got to take control of your happiness as well as knowing that you got to take control of your unhappiness. So listen, get off this video and go do something. Write in the comments. Call a number. Do something. Get the wheels in motion. You know how they say an object in motion stays in motion? Newton's law? Get the object in motion. And now the object in Ebony has been put in motion, and this situation is going to stop, because it has to stop somewhere, and it's not going to stop at the casket. Because we know that 33% of all women murdered in this country die at the hands of the man who they thought loved them. Whew. So listen, it was a heavy topic today. So listen, I'm going to go try to upload this video right now. Hopefully it posts. If it doesn't, then we're going to have to do whatever it is that we need to do to make this video post, even if I have to get to Camtasia and record it from the screen itself. So anyway, I love you guys very much. Now go out there, love yourself. Subscribe to me on Facebook. Listen, if you need to talk to me, I'm on my website, TonyaTko.com. That's Tonya with an O. You can subscribe to me on Facebook. Friend me on Facebook. You can send me a personal message. That's how she got in touch with me, through Facebook. So Facebook.com/TonyaTko, Twitter.com/TonyaTko, and TonyaTko.com. So I love you all. Now go out there and love yourself. Goodbye. And if you have something to put in the comments, please do, so that we can spread this message around to other young ladies and men. And people, listen, it's not just women being abused out there. There are men who are in relationships being abused by men and by women. If you're a man being abused by a woman, do not stand for it. Get out of that situation. You deserve a woman who is going to love you and treat you very kindly. You don't deserve that. And, you know, and I take that very seriously. Violence, and even verbal violence, don't put up with it, because you're sending out a silent message that is acceptable. If you accept it, you're sending out the message that it is acceptable. Do you understand what the term acceptable means? Meaning that it is able to be accepted. If you accept it, that makes it seem as if it is acceptable. So here we go. TonyaTko, and I am out. Peace.